welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today I'm having a break from my romantic journal that I'm putting together at the moment and decided to have a little play with some of my washi tapes that I've got. I wouldn't say I've got a vast collection. I've got these two drawers and I really just don't use them very often, so I thought for a stash buster I'll make use of some of these. And I was thinking, you know, what can I do with them? And I thought I'll make some journal cards. Journal cards are always handy. You can use them for backgrounds or whatever. So I thought I would just crack on and just make use of some of these. So I've got these little index cards, they are, and they are quite thin. They're quite small as well, these ones. They're only 3 inches in depth, which is just over 7.5 centimeters, and they're 5 inches in width. So they're actually a nice size for pockets, actually, for journal cards, as well as sorry, not journal cards, journals, as well as using them for journal cards. And they're lined on one side and they're plain on the other. So I am going to be using glue as well. I'm not convinced by washi tape being a permanent fixture without gluing. And I'm just going to crack on and just have a little bit of a play, really. So how are we all doing today? I've had a bit of a disastrous start to my day, which I'm really disappointed about, actually. You know, from, well, if you've seen previous videos, I've been having a few technical issues with my videos not recording and the sound quality being awful. And I had recorded a stash busting session for the romantic journal for today. Unfortunately, there's no sound again on it, so I've stashed that away. Not really sure what to do about it, to be honest with you, and I'm so frustrated. I've just decided to take a break and just do something very simple and just use a little bit of some of my other stashes up. So that's what I'm doing today. So apologies that it's not the romantic journal, but it is coming along really well. And yeah, hopefully it will be finished shortly, and then I'll be able to show you the whole thing, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? So all I'm doing here is I'm using some washi tape up just to make some little journal cards with, and we shall see what comes of this, because quite honestly I was so frustrated that that video hadn't recorded again. I nearly threw the whole blooming thing out the window, to be fair. And I thought, you know what, I don't want the stress, I don't want the hassle. I'm just going to sit here and have a play with some of these little bits and pieces that I've got. Yeah, just see where we go from there, really. So that's literally all I'm doing. And washi tape, if you haven't used it, can be used for all sorts of things. You can use it for layering, and like I'm doing here, just making up some journal cards. You can use it for framing your work. You can use it for a whole host of covering up things that haven't gone particularly well as well, which is always good. I'm going to straighten that off there. Hopefully you can see me okay. Let me move these out of the way a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to pop that down on there. Straight would be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay. And cut that. Cut that about there, I hope. There we are. Okay. So, I hope you all had a good bank holiday weekend last weekend. It's always nice, isn't it, to have that long weekend, especially when you're working. It's nice to have that downtime, isn't it, without eating into your holiday allowance, which is always good. That's in the UK. I don't know how it works in other countries, of course. I know the US have odd systems, I think, for holidays. I'm just going to give that a little bit of And then the last little bit I'm just going to pop down there. Let me glue that bit. There we go. And you can do these, you can use this in the same way as you would for mosaicing as well, to use up your stashes. It's probably a bit too long, that bit. Let me just trim that off a little bit better. Cut it too short now. Dear me, that'll do. There we go. It's only for a collage. Just trim that off there, like so. So we've got a little bit of a backing going on there, which is nice. And what should we embellish it with? Let me have a look. See, I don't really feel prepared for this actually, because as I say, I wasn't planning on doing this session, but being as though everything else went peaked on, I thought, well, do you know what, why not? Look at that, isn't that beautiful? This is from the Marry May collection. I've got half a butterfly there. That's, could potentially make use of that, couldn't we? Just looking to see if I've got any other kind of greenish coloured ones that would work on here. That's too big, I think. Is it too big? A little bit. I'd have to trim its wings, but I quite like that. They quite, oh, that's pretty, that one, isn't it? That's very pretty. I like that one too. And there's also that one. I think I prefer the one with a bit more colour in, to be fair. That's got the blues in. I think I'm going to go with this one. I really like that. Maybe... how does that work? No, I'm just going to go with the one, I think. I'm going to go with the one on there. And then I'm also going to put some wording on there as well. That would work nicely, wouldn't it? Colour your world. I've got a feeling that was from one of Amanda's from Scrimping Mummy collections. I'm going to trim those there. And trim that one. Okay, I am only recording at the moment with my phone because I'm pretty sure my issues are arising with my microphone. So I'm not using my microphone at the moment, and I'm just wondering if that is actually going to make a difference. So we shall see. So if the sound quality perhaps isn't quite as good as it normally is, I do apologise, but I need to work out what's causing my issues, and I can only do that by a process of elimination. So I'm just hoping it's not my phone, because that would mean I'd have to start using a different one. And whilst I have got a different one that I could use, you know what it's like, you get used to what you're using, don't you? Well, I do anyway. I want some distressing. Okay, I will just find the one I want. That one and that one, I think. Yes. Just want to pop a bit of distress off here, just to take the white edges out. There we go. think what I will also do, I think I will go around the edge of this, and I'm just thinking I'm going to just take the corners off like I normally do. Like so. And as you can see, I mean, that's just random little bits of washi tape that I've used there. But with the butterfly on, it actually makes it look really, really nice, doesn't it? So, as I say, you can use your washi tapes for all sorts of things to use in your journals. There we go. Okay. Let me pop my wordies on. We want that one first. Yeah, this glue as well, I have mentioned it before, this glue stick that I'm using. I usually use Yoo-hoo glue, but I decided to give this a go because it's a little bit more cost effective to use, but I'm really not getting on very well with it, to be honest with you. I am not liking it terribly at all. So I think when I've got rid of this batch, I will be going back to my Steadfast Yoo-hoo, unless anyone's got any other suggestions for glue sticks. You know, one that you use that's cost effective and does the job. There we go. Very pretty. Colour your world. That's one done. Okay. What we're going to do now, let's do a mauvey one. The other thing with washi tapes is they're lovely to have for when you do want to do an embellishment, but I do find that they're not, they don't last particularly long. If you don't use them, the glues on them tend to dry out and you have difficulty unravelling them. And they generally don't stick down very well anyway for very long. I do find that I have to use glues on them just to make sure that you get a good hold. There we go. I'm not sure I really like this one, to be fair. I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm not keen on it. Ho ho. It's just for background. And it's nice as well just to make up some some journal cards for your stash, so that you've got things to use when you want to, rather than having to make everything up from scratch all the time. Didn't trim that very well, did I? Let me trim that a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so just one final little bit. But doing things like this, it doesn't take a lot to think about. It's just nice, easy crafting. There we go. And it's so easy to do as well. You know, it's not like you're getting paints or inks or anything out, and you can just pop them down. I think I'll do another butterfly on there. I got a few pinks and blues. That's very nice, isn't it? Just wondering if I can cover her up at all. I know that sounds horrible, but I do like it. What about that one? How does that one look? Maybe if I have that one there, that one there. I wonder if I've got another one sort of in that colour theme. That would be good, wouldn't it, if I have? No, I think that one's a bit too bright. If I've got another one in that colour theme, that would work really well. That's quite nice. That's a bit too blue. Oh, bingo. There we go. Right, let me see what I can do with these three. Okay, so if I have that one there, and that one there, and that one there, how does that work? Let's have a look. See, do I like it? Or is it too busy? I actually quite like it. I'm going to go with that. I am going to go with it. So, glue my little fluty buys on. I think I was going to go with that one there, I think. Now then, these ones, I don't think these ones are Marimé. But you know what, for the life of me, I can't think where they are from, which is a bit of a shame. Because they're very pretty, aren't they? Again, these are just things that I've had in my stash for so long that I collect along the way. And I've never really thought to make a note of where I get things from until now. Now that I'm doing my videos, obviously, you know, it's good for you to know where these things come from, but for the life of me, on this particular occasion, I'm not able to remember, which is a bit of a shame. I know people do like to know. I don't think I've stuck them at all how I wanted to, but you know what? It'll do. It'll do. I'm not going to stress over this. Crafting is supposed to be about relaxation and enjoying yourself. And that's what I'm trying to achieve today. To counteract my disappointment. There we go. Okay. Now then, do I want to trim those off or do I want to leave them hanging over the edge? I don't know. Just wondering if I want a little word on there as well. I think I might have a little word on there. Thankful. Do we like that one? Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. There we go. That's that one done. I'm going to take off those white core edges. So, I'm going to trim these up. Sorry, Flutty Buys, you're losing your wings. Okay, little wingless Flutty Buys. Now then, do I want to put that up there or do I want to put it down here? I think I'm going to go up there actually. Pop that on. in there. That's nice. And there we go. Number 2 done. Aren't they lovely? I'll show you them at the end. Let's just move them over there out of the way. Alrighty, I think I'll do one more. Oh, I tell you what I didn't do with that one. I didn't do the corners and I didn't do the inking, did I? Oh, that was remiss of me, wasn't it? Let's just do that. Yeah, just nice, easy crafting. Let me pop some ink around the edge. There we go. Lovely. Right then, one more. And then I will call it a day, I think, for today. What shall we go with this time? Let's have a look in this box. Tell you what, let's use some of these. Because if I use these, I can use some of the... Oh, have I got them to hand? Let me check. What have I done with them? Aha, here we go. I can use some of my little Marie characters, perhaps. That would be nice to use. Yeah, I'm going to try and use some of those if I can. So we've gone across with one, we've gone down with another, and now I am going to go... Oh, there we go. This is what happens when you don't use your washi tapes. They start splitting when you pull them open. So that's... Yeah, use it. Don't... What I'm saying is don't stockpile your washi tapes. Unless you use them regularly, just buy them as you want to use them would be my recommendation, because they really don't store terribly well, to be perfectly honest. Not at all. Okay, we're going to go down there with that one. Oops, just cut the card. Let's just tidy that cut up a little bit. There we go. Oh, nearly did it. Looks awful. Oh, that's better. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, I'm going to trim this one off as well. For the purposes of just showing you what you can do, it's fine. There we go. Alright then, so we've got that one across the middle. That's lovely, like that. And then, what else should we have? Should we go with a little bit of this one? I like this. That's a pretty one as well. Yeah, to be honest, I never think to use my washi tapes in anything I do, to be fair. I've bought them in the past because I just think they're lovely, and I never get around to using them, which is such a shame because they can be used for so many things. Like I say, you can use it for framing in your journals. And they're lovely to be used. I expect card makers would use these more, to be fair. Potentially. I don't know if that is the case. I'm wasting far too much of that there. There we go. Trim that there and trim that there. This would probably be quicker to do if I was to trim after I've popped them all down. How about this one? Is that the edge there? Yes, it is. Oh, there we go. You see what I mean? See how that ripped? Oh dear. Let's see if I can get a length out that I can use. Oh, it really is splitting this one. Let's just gently, gently, gently. There we go. That should be enough to be able to glue that. There we go. Got it. I'll pop that one. Oh. Pop that one on there. Okay, I'm going to get these down and then I think I'll trim them off afterwards because otherwise it'll probably take too long to do. Where's the end of this one? It's there, look. Fiddly little blighter, this one. I think I might just leave this on the reel actually. Don't need a lot of it actually. Oops, come along, behave. Oops, behave. Okay, let me pull that through that way. And stick that down there. Cut that off there. That's a nice one. Oh, we'll have that one as well, I think. Where's my edge? There. Just pulling that off gently because I'm not sure, like I say, they rip so easily when they've been stored for any length of time. Go up here with this one. And all I'm doing is just mix and matching these. There's no real hefty thought process going into it. They don't necessarily have to go together too badly because you're going to be putting things over the top of them anyway when you're only using them as backgrounds, so you can get away with pretty much anything, to be fair. Now then, will that cover that whole bit? It will. So I'm going to pop my glue book under there and glue that on there rather than trying to, oops, daisy, rather than trying to glue the tape itself. There we go. Lovely. Clip that. I just want to get that bit of page off there before it completely sticks down. Just tore off the book there. Just give it a rub off. There we go. That's got it. Okay, and then we want just one more piece up there, I think. And I think we'll go with this one. Nice wide one. Let me pop these ones back. I need to tidy up a little bit. It's all too easy for these to get into a right muddle if you don't tidy them. It's quite a nice way to store them as well in little drawers like this. These actually came as a 3-tier set from Hobby Craft is where I got those from, and they're absolutely ideal for storing your washi tapes in. And they were really cheap actually. I got them while they were on sale and they were only £11, I think they were. So cheap for little storage drawers. So I got 2 sets of them. And they're really handy just for keeping all your little nicky-nacky bits in, and washi tape. There we go. Right then, that one was a bit of a fiddly one with going across the page, but hopefully it'll have been worth it. A little bit more waste with this one, but never mind, it's only little bits. Get off. Lovely, there we go. Oh, missed that bit there, it rolled over, or under rather. Okay, so that's that one. That looks lovely actually, I really like that. Let me pop my little bits back in so that they're not all akimbo. Oops, chucking them around. Come on, in we go. There we go. Okay, right then, so what are we going to put in there? Let's have a look and see what we've got in the box that I've got trimmed up. She's gorgeous. Oh, I've got her as well. That's my own design, that one. No, she's too big. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she? She's got blue in her. That's rather cute. However, I do think not enough. Okay. Butterflies. That's a bit too samey, isn't it? Let's find one that isn't too blue. Yeah, I need something with a bit of a contrast on it, don't I? No, not liking that. What have we got that I can use? I quite like that. Although I've got a lovely bright blue one there. I'm not sure if it's the white round here that's causing me the issue. No. Right, I like that one because that stands out a little bit better. I'm just wondering if this one, I quite like that actually. So I'm going to put my little girl back and Let's find perfect Amundo. That's what we're going to use. Cut that out. Again, this is one of Scrimping Mummy's word soup collection. And the butterfly is from Mary May Collage butterfly book, which you can find on Amazon. And Scrimping Mummy you can find on YouTube, Ko-fi, and Pinterest and Facebook, I believe, are the places that she can be found. I will just take the little corners off of that. Like so. Just take the white edges away. I'm going to do the same on the butterfly. Just take some of the little edges away. And on my little word. There we go. Okay. Where's my glitter glue? There. Let's use my glitter glue on this one. Okay, I'm going to pop her there. Sorry, I've gone quiet again, haven't I? I do have a tendency to do that when I'm concentrating. That can go there, which looks perfect. Where's my cloth? It's on the floor. Okay, that's that one. And then, do we want this one up here? Or do we want it across there? Or down here, perhaps? Decisions. Oh no, we don't want it over the butterfly. That didn't look right at all. I think I'm going to go with that there. There we go. Lovely. That's that one. Again, I'm going to trim off my corners. Corners trimmed. I'm feeling a bit happier now because I feel like I'm almost at the end of this one and the video hasn't cut out. All I need to do now is make sure the sound is there. Oh, they haven't stuck very well, have they? Let me pop a little bit of glue on that one, a little bit of glue on there. There we go. And that was with glue. So you can imagine how bad that washi tape would be if you don't glue it. There we go. Just nick that little bit off there. Pop a little bit of ink around there. Perfect. Lovely jubbly. Right then, let me just clear my desk down and I can show you what we've done. Oofed. Okay, let me pop my lids on. move those out of the way. Okay. And so that you can see what we've been up to, let me pop this down so that you can see. So we've got this one, which is very pretty, all in blues, with my little girl on there. She's very cute. And then we've got this one, which is the butterflies. Very lovely as well. And then we've got this one, Colour Your World, all in greens. Beautiful. There we go. A few little journal cards there, made out of washi tape and a few little embellishments. So, hope you like it. That's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll look forward to seeing you all for Mishmash Monday. Thanks for your time, everybody. Take care. Bye.